Hello student, we are providing Centennial online classes as we are working from home. Today I will discuss here class 12th chemistry chapter 8th D and F block elements. Today topic is general trends in chemistry of transition elements. In last video already I have discussed the general trends in chemistry of transition elements, and this is the second video on this topic. So today I will discuss here the enthalpy of atomization. Enthalpy of atomization, this is the third general properties of D block elements. Atomization of enthalpy. First we have to know about the definition of enthalpy of atomization. As you know, this is the amount of energy required to isolate the 1 mole of atoms from a crystal solid is called enthalpy of atomization. Means enthalpy change or amount of energy required to isolate the 1 mole of atoms from a crystal solid. That is called the enthalpy of atomization. Enthalpy of atomization of D block elements is high because D block elements having the unpaired electrons in D orbital, that is why they are called the transition elements, and due to presence of unpaired electrons in d orbital they form the stronger metallic bond or stronger intermolecular force. That is why they have high enthalpy of atomization. Now you see properties is here. Chromium, this is the fourth elements of first series having the high atomization enthalpy, means up to chromium enthalpy of atomization increases because number of unpaired electrons also increases. As a result it forms the stronger metallic bond. That is why it has the high atomization enthalpy. Then further, number of unpaired electrons decreases because pairing of electrons start in d orbital, so number of unpaired electrons decreases. As a result enthalpy of atomization also decreases because metallic bond strength decreases as atomic number increases. But question is here, middle elements Mn has abnormal lower enthalpy of atomization. Why? Because it has complete it has stable half field configuration, therefore delocalization of electrons does not take place, and due to this they form the weak intermolecular force or metallic bond. That is why it has the abnormal lower enthalpy of atomization. Now you see chromium Cr MOW has maximum number of unpaired electrons because these elements are the fourth elements of each series and they have the maximum number of unpaired electrons. That is why they have the maximum enthalpy of atomization. Second point is here, the metal of the second means fourth series and third means fifth D series have greater enthalpy of atomization of their corresponding elements of first transition series. Why? So this depend on the important factors indicating more frequent metal bond formation, means they can form the stronger metallic bond or intermolecular force. That is why they having the more enthalpy of atomization. Fourth point is here, ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy, already you know the definition of ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy is the amount of energy required to isolate to eliminate the outermost electrons from the gaseous isolated atoms, called the ionization energy or ionization enthalpy. So now you see here, ionization enthalpy of third D transition series elements have higher as compared to the first and second series elements. But in D block ionization enthalpy enthalpy do not have any regular trends. They having the irregular value because it depends on outermost configuration and stability of stable configuration. So now you see here, there is no general trends in ionization energy across the series. So we cannot explain the general trends, either increases or decreases like this. They having the some irregular trends. Next point is here, the first ionization energy of zinc, cadmium, mercury are very high because they having the completely filled orbitals. Already you know they having the complete filled orbital n-1 d10 and ns2 configuration. That is why they having the very high first ionization enthalpy because more stable configuration, more ionization enthalpy. Second point is here, second ionization energy of chromium, manganese and chromium is higher than manganese and copper is higher than zinc because already you know chromium having the configuration d5 4s1 and that is why they having the high second ionization enthalpy because they having the half filled stable configuration. Similarly, copper having the d9 and d10 and 4s1 configuration, and the first second ionization enthalpy is high because they having the d10 configuration and this is the stable complete filled configuration. That is why the, copper also has the high second ionization enthalpy. Third point is here, the third ionization energy of Mn is very high because third electrons of the because in +2 oxidation state, the Mn has configuration stable configuration d5 configuration, and that is why third ionization enthalpy is very high of Mn. So dear student, now you try to understand all these points of this topic, and so pause the video and write down all these points. Thanks.